It's one opportunity in their life.
I never rode really this kind of car.
In the end, this is fuel, his engine is noisy. My head was barely holding on. Who will be the quickest?
We've had Tony Cairoli, Dani Pedrosa and Marc Márquez. The idea is for them to get a proper training before their drive onto the Red Bull Ring circuit. This simulator session for all of them will be a massive help, not only to learn the track from a racing car point of view, where you're seated, but also in terms of the braking and what sort of speed you can carry into the corners. That will definitely be a plus to gain some time into the training.
The most difficult thing on the simulator was the brake point. Like I expect a little bit because we use another kind of technique in MotoGP.
You get immediately the info of the data, how to do things better, what your mistakes are, and really enjoyed with the guy learning about driving the car.
Motocross, it's not really fast sport. It's really tough physically. It's very technical, but it's not high speed. So it's really difficult to get the eye for the speed, you know. And when you have this chance to use a simulator, for sure it's a big help before jumping in the car.
Because one thing is in the simulator, then on the real thing is completely different.
Red Bull approached me and said we have some of our two-wheel legends, Tony Cairoli, Dani Pedrosa and Marc Márquez. You know, for me, it's an absolute honour to try and help them at a really cool track here in Red Bull Ring. It was easy for me to be the coach because they are clever guys.
I'm also very excited that Mark Webber is here to tell me some tips.
He has a lot of experience, he can explain very well the situation.
With Marc, I got to have dinner with him the night before. We had, of course, a good chat about what the expectation is. Of course, the seating position is very different from what he's used to on the MotoGP bike. The eye line is much higher on the bike. He can move a lot more on the bike, so he has a good chance to manipulate the machinery. In the Formula One car, he cannot really do that, so that was an important topic to talk about that and what he should feel with this restriction, and this is normal. Braking is a big topic as well, that he's really making the most of the downforce because there's not much downforce, of course, on a motorbike. They're trying now with some wings and little things, but in general, the Formula One car has incredible grip. In terms of gears, you know which gears you should use for the track? So so we want to use 3 for turn 1.
Okay.
3. The top, second.
Yeah.
Tony is really not used to too many instructions and I suppose detail. Motocross is much more of a raw sport, which is sensational. That's why a lot of people love it and that's why I love it. I mean, we're not getting the guys to change too much, so it was pretty easy from the cockpit side just to drive. So that was something we kept an eye on and we wanted to make sure they just enjoyed it and had fun. You're already in a really good way, really good start. But we want to get these peak pressures just up a little bit because we have the downforce. I don't want you to brake at the start, not any later. It's okay, but just to get a feel of what the braking can do. Even if you're at the apex a bit slower, that's fine. But then you start to put the jigsaw together to say, okay, now I know what the brakes can do, and then I start to brake a bit later. Soon we will put the traction control down, so you have a little bit more releasing, because at the moment it might be a bit tight, because I see the way that you're closing the throttle is quite nice. So we can actually move the TC down a bit because you look pretty safe. So we will work on that. But looks like turn 1, very good, really good turn 2. This is unbelievable, mate, for your first run, because both of you did a good job, but you're doing it. This is unbelievable, really. I was very impressed with both the MotoGP riders because I think they were understanding the braking and the grip, because when you come from a motorbike with very little contact patch in terms of rubber, now they have a lot of downforce and a huge amount of rubber on the road to be confident and lean on the car in these type of corners. Very good with the upshifting.
Yeah.
Very good. Really good. But in the corner,
Slow.
trust. Take it in.
The left one.
Take it in. Take it in.
Yeah.
Take it in. Use the tires. You have the grip.
Yeah.
The big tires.
Yeah.
That was impressive to see with the telemetry. They knew what to do, and that was really easy for me to then dissect and work on the areas that they wanted to.
The progress was good. I mean, every run was faster and faster and faster. And yeah, step by step, I feel better with the car. Was a big help to have Mark Webber just trying to coach me.
Ich glaube, das war eine Steigerung, die ihn in einem Formel-1-Feld zumindest im Mittelfeld platzieren würde.
Awesome job.
Yeah,
awesome
thank you.
job. Yeah,
Thank
awesome
you,
job.
thank
Yeah. Dani's performance was pretty exceptional. His speed and turn-in points, I think he was, very, very impressive. He started the slowest, which was not slow really at all, but he was still very quick, but he made big steps because you could see, even on his last run, he was improving a lot. So he's one which will benefit even from more laps. Did a great job, really good job.
I didn't really crash the car, so this is really, really important, and I really enjoy the time here.
Driving a Formula 1 was a dream come true. I mean, I was so excited on the beginning. It was difficult to sleep during the night, honestly speaking, but then it was a dream come true.
Really, really awesome to share this time in my life in a day like this with Red Bull and Marc.
We are super stoked about this, and I hope you guys are too. So subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment of what you want to see more. And yeah, let's go! We are super stoked about this, and I hope you guys are too. So nej. We are super stoked about... Fan, den sista där!